Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. It is I, the Awakening Angler. I'm awake and I am angling. And I am doing something different today. I love something different. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. What am I doing? Where am I? What's happening? Why you got pink sunglasses on? All those questions will be answered momentarily. I was looking on Facebook though this morning, and some of the guys that I've met since joining the JT Rods Pro staff, and quite a few of them are in Minnesota. There's two guys in particular that I watch, that I look for their Facebook posts daily. Both of which are guides, full-time, on Rainy Lake in Minnesota, one of the most famous lakes in North America, for walleyes, for smallmouth, for muskies, for crappies, you name it. Chris Granrud and Donnie Oper are the two guys. Again, both pro staffers with JT Rods, and it's just amazing the fish that lake turns out that they guide on every day. Just amazing. And I was looking this morning on Facebook before I got out here, and that cold weather has moved in. I saw a picture of Donnie's Facebook post this morning, and he was, watch this audio, he was bundled up. Looked like the end of November, and Chris showed a picture where he was scraping ice off the windshield of his boat. So, it's coming. Now, we'll check. You know, normally they say Chicago weather is Central New York weather 2 days later. I'm going to assume that'd be another day for northern Minnesota. So that weather's coming. I'm okay with that. I think it's going to be an early fall. I think all the indicators are there. I think these trees are starting to turn here locally. Water temps haven't started falling yet, but it's still been warm at night. Cold nights are the key to everything. I don't necessarily care what it does during the day, but at night is what happens. So, it's blowing today out of the southwest. I got out here. I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Again, there's this trolling for walleye deal is great, but I'm just kind of waiting for all this surface weeds to clear. The lake, I think, is doing an early turnover, but a lot of stuff floating. So that being said, you know, I don't necessarily want to go troll. I didn't feel like jigging, so I said, you know what? I really enjoyed these days down to Wetісco Lake muskie fishing, even though I've only caught one muskie and I've caught a bunch of bass. And they've all been on spinnerbaits, and that's a fun bite. My good friend Tim Gavick, years ago when I had the River Rat Tackle Shop, brought me out here on ONEIDA, showed me how to throw spinnerbaits. He says you get for smallmouth. Now I take a largemouth today, and I'm fishing in some weedy spots and some rocky spots, and I'm going through. I fished 2 spots already. I've landed 2. I've had 2 other ones that I thought I had good and just came back as hard as I could on them. Straight braid, right to the spinnerbait. Heavy rods. One's a medium, extra fast, and one is a heavy, fast. So I'm throwing 2 different rods. On the medium, I'm throwing a little bit smaller spinnerbait. On the big broomstick, I'm throwing that KVD, Sexy Shad, ½ ounce that's been so good to me. Now the smaller one is a Booyah. The smaller one is a Booyah. And I have a Kitech 3.8 fat swing impact on there for a trailer. It's got a smaller, like a number 3 size gold willow leaf and a silver Indiana above it. Normally I don't throw anything with Indiana blades on them, even as secondary blades. But that's taken multiple bites, and I landed a fish on that this morning. And I'm throwing that up in the shallowest part of the structure that I'm fishing on the upwind side. The other one you guys have seen a couple times now. This Mama Luke right here. That is the KVD Signature Series. Double willow. Gold is my big one. I like a gold blade. I like a gold and a silver. I like them to be both willow leaf usually. That's what I've got here. A biggie and a smallie. So this has been a lot of fun. I've got 2 more spots to go before I head in for the day. So we're halfway through. Now, so of those 4 good solid bites, I've had 5 or 6 swipes. Just, you know, freight train it. I don't know. I don't run trailer hooks on my spinnerbaits. I probably could. They're pretty compact. I don't think it's a matter of, I don't necessarily think it's a matter of not having a trailer on. I could throw one on. I don't. So, no biggie. So I got 2 spots down. I got 2 spots left to go. I'll update you as we go. Thanks. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Well, I caught up with you guys the first time at the turn. I was halfway through the 4 spots I wanted to fish today. And the last 2 spots, now, you know, everything has a reason, I guess. The second 2 spots were rock piles, but they were deeper. They were, the one I'm on right now tops out at about 7 feet. The third one the one just before this that I fished after I talked to you guys, topped out at about 5 feet. The first 2 that I caught fish on, topped out, and I caught fish on top, they topped out at about 2 feet. How much difference does that make? I don't know. But 2 spots, 2 shallow, multiple fish. Probably 10 bites, 10 or 12 bites in those first 2 spots. 0 bites, nothing in these last 2. So typically, especially bass guys will say to you, you know, if it's blowing and windy, you go deeper, not shallower. So I did a little bit of both. Even 7 feet is shallow. I understand that. I mean, I probably should have been out in that 12 to 15 on the upwind side of the structure, on the deep upwind side. When they started biting on top, I kept going. I could have done multiple things. Yeah, you could throw a Ned rig up in that shallow stuff in those rocks. You could throw a tube. Excuse me. You could throw a swim bait. You could have fished top water over the top of it. I threw a spinnerbait through it. There's multiple ways to skin the cat, you know, but I had 2 rods rigged up with 2 different spinnerbaits, and I chucked them all morning. Both got bit, just not in these last 2 spots. So I'm heading in. Well, it was a fun morning. That was a fun morning. I talked to my wife a few minutes ago, and she's like, how's your morning going? I'm like, oh, it's great. And the very next words I said is, man, do I love my boat. This Krenzer Marine Starcraft Yamaha has exceeded my expectations already. I haven't even had it a month. I've had it maybe 2 weeks. I've done a lot of different stuff with it already, and it handles each and every situation beautifully. I haven't made it out to big water yet, like Ontario and the St. Lawrence River. I've tried. The 2 days that I was trying to get out, even the big boys were having a hard time. So, is what it is. You still have to pick your days. No matter what boat you're in, you still got to pick your days. I absolutely love my boat. I couldn't be more pleased with how it's performed already. I'm still waiting on my live scope stuff. That's a whole separate deal to come. I have about 3/4 of the pieces that I need. I got a phone call last night saying that the rest, one of the pieces was being custom made by the company. I'll be the only one who has one. I'll be testing it for them. It's a turret that allows my live scope shuttle to rotate so I can view it from multiple different spots. When I get all of the pieces, then we're going to do an official boat video and show everybody everything and how it's set up. But like I say, as of this moment, I could not be happier. Everything has been beautiful. Fit, finish, storage, fishability. I've had 3 guys in it, 2 guys in it, me in it. And we're all big guys. So it's not like, that day I had Don Birdie and Paul Messina. The 3 of us were all healthy, grown men. Came right up on plane, shot around, this 150 Yamaha behind me right there. Purrs like a kitten. You can't hardly hear it run. Even wide open on plane, you can still have a conversation with somebody in the front seat. There's no smell. There's no exhaust smell. I can go on and on and on. And I will. So thank you to everybody, to all my sponsors. Like I say, today the shout out is to Krenzer Marine, Sodas Point, New York. All the information, the links are in the description on every one of my videos. If you're looking for a fall purchase and a new boat, call the great people at Krenzers. All right, I'm getting out of here. Thank you for sharing your morning with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow somewhere. I got something special coming up this Friday and Sunday. I won't let the cat out of the bag, but stay tuned. I have a very, very special guest on Friday morning with me, weather permitting. I have a very special guest Friday morning. So stay tuned. Thank you. If you like what I do here every day, if you like what I do here every day, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you want to see. This fall is going to be outstanding, and we're going to be everywhere and anywhere. So let me know where you'd like to see me, what you'd like to see me doing, what you want me to try and go fish for. So thank you. Keep your tip up. Have a great hump day.